So yo, what up? I'm back at you again, back to back. I want to drop a quick another little video and let y'all know the time. I want to tell you a quick story of when most recent time that I went through a lot of anxiety and I had almost a panic attack. So I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. So I had talked to somebody, I was talking to someone, and she wanted me to take a flight to Cali. And I had my nephews with me. They knew the situation, and they're not scared. They're not scared to fly, nothing like that. But I hadn't flown in a long time, and that was the first time I ever had flown alone. So I ended up booking a flight to Cali, got on a plane, and because my nephews were hyping me up, just go. And I had talked to this girl for a minute though. But still the situation is still scary because anything could go, because you're going, I was going from the East Coast to the other part of the world, to the West Coast. So I was a little nervous. Actually, I was very nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even cap on this. I was very nervous. So I got on the plane. It was like 6 a.m, the flight, and I get on the plane, and then, right when they're about to take off, everything started hitting me. I'm like, yo, I'm literally the only one on this plane. I felt like I was the only one on the plane. I didn't know anybody. Everybody's with somebody they knew. I was like, yo, this shit is fucking crazy. Everything started hitting me. I started getting panic attack, anxiety attack. So I had got up and I was like, yo, I can't do this. Like, I started trying to, and they was already ready to take off, which is fucked up. So I apologize, y'all, whoever was on that flight with me. I apologize. But yeah, man, I started freaking out. I'm like, yo, I'm really about to fly up in the air and go to the other side of the world and not have nobody with me, by myself, and anything could go down. Like, this is fucking crazy. So I got up and I'm like, yo, I can't do this. I can't do this. So the flight attendants were like, yo, what's the matter? And unfortunately, the pilot was like, oh, is everything okay back there? And I was like, yo, they're like, the two ladies were like, oh, what's the matter? I'm like, yo, this was American Airlines too. Like, oh, what's the matter? I said, listen, I haven't done this before. I've never flown alone and this and that, and I'm like really nervous. And they're like, oh, you're nervous? He's nervous. And I really wanted to get off the plane, run and get off the plane and just fucking not look back. But they were like, grab me, and they're like, oh, don't worry, just sit down. They just stopped the whole flight and everything for like a minute. They had to sit down with me and calm me down. And literally, the whole time I had knots in my stomach. I literally felt like I was gonna, like, I don't know, my stomach was fucking wrecked. I was nervous, I was shaking. I was like, yo, I don't know what to do. Like, and the lady was like, the flight attendants were mad cool on American Airlines. I forget her name. If I knew her name, I'd shout her out. But leaving Boston, man, she was like having conversations with me through the whole way, consoling me, like almost pretty much holding my hand the whole way. And she was like showing me pictures of her daughter. She's like, oh, I do this every day. Everything's gonna be all right. And like asking me what I do and this and that. She was just really consoling me. And then there was another one that was watching me, and we finally got to take off, and they sat next to me the whole flight. And I was like, it like helped me out a little bit. But I was like, I still couldn't believe I was doing this shit by myself. Like, I didn't know anybody. I wasn't with nobody. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. So the whole way I was like, stomach and knots, anxiety, the whole fucking way. I had to split flight on top of that. So I had to land in Fort Worth, Texas, which was one of the biggest airports ever. I didn't know what the fuck to do. Got on there. I was supposed to follow people to the gate and then go to the trolley thing, the train thing, or whatever it's called, and it takes you to the other side. I fucking completely lost the crowd. I didn't know what to do, and I had to go book another flight to get because I had lost the flight that I already took off to go to Cali, Ontario, California. I had to book another flight, and man, I was like debating, should I just go back home, or what do I do? Because at that point, I'm so scared. I'm like, yo, I don't know what to do. And on top of that, I did not want to get back and do it all over again and fly again. Man, I had to call my nephews and this and that, and my sister. My older sister's the one that talked me through it. She's like, listen, it's not that serious. no matter what, you know, whatever you're going through, whatever, it's not that serious. So just relax, take a deep breath. You're chilling right now. It's not that serious. And then my brother's like, yo, you might as well just finish the flight. You're already halfway there. What are you coming back now for? And I was like, I needed a lot of boost up, right? And I talked to homegirl. I'm like, yo, you know, I'm halfway there and this and that, because I missed my flight, so I was going to be 2 hours later than what I expected. So literally, I had to face my fears all over again, get back on the flight, do it over again. But it's weird because the second flight, I was a little bit more at ease because I seen kids on there that were going by themselves and shit. And I was like, yo, if they're going by themselves and their kids doing, what the hell am I scared of? You know what I mean? Whatever it is what it is. And I just said mad prayers and shit. And I was like, fuck it. And I went back on. I'm getting nervous right now talking about it. My stomach hurts right now talking about that shit. But I ended up going, and it was a lady that helped me book the next flight to get on and shit. So she helped me out a lot. She knew I told her I was nervous and shit. I never did it before. And I was on the middle of booking a flight to go back to Boston, but I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna go. So I had to switch it again, switch my flight twice, which was fucking crazy. Got on, finished the trip. I was a little bit more at ease the second time. And then when I landed, it was a long ass day. It was a long ass day because of all that shit that happened. So when I landed, it was like a relief. And homegirl ended up falling through. She came through, and then I felt like, all right, everything's good now. I'm at ease. I know this shit's legit. You know, I didn't know 100% still, because I didn't know. You know, I hadn't been to Cali in years, so I'm like, I don't know. Like, I gotta feel this shit out again. And but the main thing is I got there safe and I was happy, you know what I mean? Because mad thing was going through my mind, seeing a lot of movies with planes and shit. That's just, you know, wasn't playing in my mind, and I try not to think about that shit. But I just said all that to say this, to make a short story, to make a long story short as possible. If I can get over that shit, then y'all can get over your anxiety too, because that was like one of the highest points of anxiety I had in a long time, and it was uncontrollable. I couldn't I couldn't control it, and I was in a position where I couldn't control the plane. Like, I can't fly the plane, so I was in two positions where I had no control over, and I still overcame that shit, which was very hard. I cried like a crybaby, but we got it done. And if I could do it, y'all can do it. I'm telling you, man. You just gotta, you know, pray, lock in, have faith, and just try to stay positive, man. And if you got people to kind of console you along the way, that helps too. But don't let nothing stop you. You know, confront your fears. If you can get over your fears and get over certain things in life, then after that, you feel like you can do anything. I'm telling you. So that's my story about that, and I just wanted to tell you. But oh, by the way, I had a great time in California. I didn't even want to fucking leave after that. After all that, I did not want to even leave. I wanted to move there. I was trying to move out there. I was trying to live there. But I didn't have enough time to do all that and shit, because my truck had been parked in a thing, and I was getting taxed up. So, but other than that, I had a great time in Cali, and man, that was one of the best times of my life. So, one of the scariest times, but one of the best times of my life. So yeah, appreciate y'all for watching. I love y'all. Stay blessed, stay dangerous. You know the vibes.